Howdy, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video for Sword Art Online Last Recollection. My name is Ventus SGN. In this SAO LR video, I'm going to tell you a few things that I like and dislike about the game now that I've got the full game and I've played it for a full day. You can tell me down in the comments if you agree with some of these things, you disagree with some of these things, and as I'm talking, sort of down in the comments, let me know what you like or dislike about the game. So first, I'm going to start off with a few things that I really like about the game, and there are a lot of things that I really do like about the game. So the first thing that when I first started playing the demo even, that I liked about this game was the fact that you can see the weapons on your character's back as you move or hip or whatever the case may be. I've always loved that in video games, and if they didn't have that in this game, like that little customization, that would have been super disappointing to me because I want to see like a great sword on Kirito's back. I want to see his swords, his dual-wield swords on his back, so I'm glad they added that. The second thing I really liked about this game is that I'm already somewhat familiar with the combat system. Now, I know a lot of people will see this as like a dislike because they want to play a new game, they want to learn a new system, but I say sometimes that's not always a good thing to have to always repeatedly learn a new game. Like when you play Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty is pretty much the same Call of Duty, and you can download it, you can get right into it, you already know how to play, you know what the buttons do, and it's very welcoming to me when I play another game that is another first-person shooter that is similar to Call of Duty, and I don't have to learn like a new game. Like L2, R2, they all pretty much do the same thing. So taking that mindset over to this, I really enjoy that the game is somewhat the same. Some stuff is a little bit different, but not a lot of things are different. Pretty much it's the same game as Alicization Lycoris, so I really like that part. Third thing is the tactical arts. Listen, man, Sword Art Online, Alicization Lycoris, they added this whole UI, AI thing where you had to connect all these different lines, and they wanted to make the best AI system in the world so your teammates could learn and grow and do on their own without you telling them. Listen, that was just nonsense, and I was not doing all of that. I am so glad that now all I have to do is put their skills. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time, which kind of sucks, but if you are a mid-maxer, you are a micromanager, you can micromanage the crap out of your team and have them do precisely what you want them to do when you need them to do it on certain. And I think that the whole tactical arts thing is super good. If you haven't taken the time to go in and do the tactical arts, do it. To me, it's just like if you're playing a game where you got to build your own house and you got to place furniture and crap, it's the same sort of thing. That's how I went into this, looking at it just to manage all of my characters, the ones that I like to use. So tactical arts, super easy. I really enjoy it. The new weapon styles. I was super afraid that there weren't going to be any new weapon styles. Like, I was like, I hope they made this new world, but they're probably going to keep the same. And for the most part, they did keep the same weapon styles. But there are a few new surprises. Like there are a couple new daggers that I've seen, new greatswords that I've seen, new swords that I've seen so far. So I'm super happy that they did give us new sword styles. I've only played the game for about maybe 6 or 7 hours into the game playing the story mode. So I haven't unlocked everything yet, all the areas and all the actual post-game stuff. So I'm hoping that once I unlock these legendary weapons, the ones that glow and crap, they'll have some really interesting styles. I really like the finisher skills. I know somebody in the comments on one of my other videos, he was like, so basically they're just made where you just spam the square button. I think in the first game, I'm not sure, I can't remember, in Alicization, you only had like one finisher skill. You might have had 3, but I do like the fact that you get 3 finisher skills and they allow you to build your skill points up really high, really fast, so you can just do your abilities. I like that. Well, I'm not going to say what I dislike about it yet. I'll go to my dislikes later. Let's see. Number 6, I like the skill connect is easier to understand. Now, I've said this before in videos. If I hadn't have been told I'm pretty sure there was a Skill Connect X tutorial in the old game, but I completely ignored it if it was. But they really made it a part of this demo, the demo for the game, and they really make it a part of the game. They really make you understand and learn how to do the Skill Connect X, because if you're not doing Skill Connect X, you're not doing a whole lot of damage, you know. So I'm glad that they made it a super part of this game, and they made it to where it's like really right there on Front Street, like they will tell you about it. So I love that. I love that you can change Kirito's style from Invincible, which is a tank, Alliance, which is support, and Arms, which is DPS. I love how you can go from every other style to fit your playstyle. You know, if you want to be more of a tank, you can build a tank. If you want to build more of a DPS character, which is what I'm doing right now, you can build more of a DPS character. And then if you want to do an Alliance, like a support character, I think this one is going to be super helpful in building a team, solo team that's super strong, because Alliance, they're allowed to use all of their support skills on everybody, so I think that's really cool. Let's see. The amount of characters there are, I think it's pretty dope. There are a lot of characters, and the only reason why I think it's dope is because you can't change the styles of the characters. At least I can't anyway yet in my game. I don't know if you're going to be able to later, but you have a different variety. Like if I want an Alliance character and there are only a few different Alliance characters in the game, I can switch and pick and choose between which one that I like for my team, and I can keep that one for my team. And the same goes for the other different support styles, so I love that. The combat UI is another one that I really enjoy. I think it's super dope. It's super helpful to me to look at the character on the left-hand side of the screen, see their HP, and then below the HP, see the yellow bars, see how much skill they have, and then if I could actually select them without changing to them and have them do a specific thing from the tactical arts and be confident in knowing that they have enough skill to do it. So it's, I don't know, that just is so comforting to me to be like, okay, I can use Yu-Gi-Oh! And I can press this, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the skill points to do it, provided he's off cooldown and he can do these skills. So I think that is super helpful to be able to see that skill points. Number 10, the thing, this is probably the most important thing, is the ability to skip every single cutscene, dialogue scene. Brother, it has been lovely being able to just breeze through the story, press options, and skip it. Skip it, skip it, skip it. I know this is an RPG game, and people are going to roast in the comments about, well, if you don't like an RPG game, why are you playing an RPG game, bro? I can't tell you how much it sucked playing Fatal Bullet and other games where you couldn't skip the cutscenes, and I love that you can just skip the cutscenes because I just want to get down to the combat, honestly. And then the 11th thing that I really like about this, and this is one that I added just at the end, it's no more weapon affinities. Back in Alicization Lycoris, you had to have high weapon affinities, and I don't know if they're going to add this later. Like I said, I'm only about 4 or 5 hours into the game, but so far I haven't seen a weapon that has a weapon affinity bar on it. That means I can take this weapon and use it on Kirito, take this weapon off of Kirito and put it on Alice, take it off Alice, put it on Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't matter. They're going to use the weapon the same way because there are no weapon affinities. That was the dumbest thing they could have done in Alicization Lycoris, was lock a weapon to a certain character. I don't like that at all, so I'm glad they took that out. Alright, so now for the dislikes. There's only 4 of them. The first thing I dislike about the game is, and I can't say the likes without saying the dislikes, so this isn't me complaining about the game. I have to be like honest in my review, right? So you have, if you're trying to get the game and you want to know like what's bad about it, I didn't really harp on what's too bad about it because I don't like essing on games and stuff like that because people, they took their time to make the game. But there's 4 things that I dislike about it that I thought I would bring up in this video. And the first thing is I don't like the new system of Awakening. I don't like it at all. I was so familiar with the last system of Awakening, how when you did your skill points, you collected everything right, the little blue circle pops up, and you could just go and you went into your thing. You could either do a finished art, or you could go into your Awakening in that game. I forget what it's called in Alicization, but you could basically spam skills, and it lasted a pretty long time. You could spam the skills. Now they've changed it to where you have this Awakening. Now, I was so used to Alicization Lycoris, and I was able to do the little spam skills and then spam my skill connect and do crazy amounts of damage, climb the skill connects ladder, just climb the the chain ladder and do more damage that way. So far, I haven't been able to I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it that I'll either somebody will comment or one of my friends will teach me, or I'll just discover it later on. But this is a new system that I have to learn, and so far, whenever I get the Awakening, I'm just not seeing the damage, and the Awakening just goes away way too fast, and it's so hard to get. And it's just, I don't know, I don't like the system. Maybe there are going to be some skills later on that you will be able to do, like maybe there'll be things that you can just enhance on the Awakening and make it come faster, but just so far, just my issue is the Awakening thing, it comes too slow. And then when you get it, I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but I don't appear to be doing very much damage even when I do get the Awakening. I don't know. Second thing I dislike is, and this is a really big one for me, and I get it, this is the game, but I just really dislike how it looks just like Alicization Lycoris. I really wish, and I solemnly hope that there's somebody out there listening to this, and people can tell me if you agree or disagree with this, man. I just don't like it that it looks like Alicization Lycoris, bro. I wish that they would change the style. They did Fatal Bullet, and then they had a really good style with art style, game style, asset style with Fatal Bullet, but then they changed it and went to Alicization. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll deal with it. It's still SAO. Hopefully the next game they'll change the art style again and try to do something else, but they just use the same assets, and I'm bored of looking at the game looking like this, if I'm being completely honest with you. I want a different style to look at, different assets to look at, and I really love Fatal Bullet just because of the way the characters look, the art, the animation. just Fatal Bullet was just a better looking game to me. Do you agree or disagree? Down in the comments, just let me know. And let me know if I'm faded. Do you love the way this game looks? Or is it tolerable? Do you hate it? I don't know. Third thing is how you still have to put equipment on every skill and ability, bro. That when I learned that you could do that in Alicization, because I didn't know that you could do that until towards the end of Alicization, when they started, making those DLC that came out, 2 years apart or whatever like that. It wasn't that long, but when I learned that you had to like put weapons and armor on every, bro, that is extra. And it's so hard to keep up with all your gear. You have to look through everything that you have, and then you have to do that for all the different characters that you want to use. I just think that is super pointless, and I'm so mad that they brought that back. However, it's one of those things that you have to micromanage and then go in and do. The fourth thing is, I don't like how you can't change your party members' types, so you are forced to use different characters. Like, the team I want to use Dorothy, Yujiro, and Alice, but I can't use them because I need, like, 2 Alliance members in my group. I really wish you could change their styles, but you can't. Alright, so I don't want this video to go longer than 11 minutes, so let me know what you think about this video down in the comments. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did watch until the end. Let me know that you watched until the end, and let me know, most importantly, what you think about this game. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time.